Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name is Chris Meyer. I'm going to be your host for today. And on today's show, I have two folks from King's Castle. They've never been on the show before, so I have Rowan Mitchell and Amy Morlang. And so they are in the Dublin Irish Tenors and Celtic Ladies show. They're also in other shows, and so we're going to get to know them better and how they got to Branson and hear more about their show. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that in just a moment. We'd like to give our visitors tips on how to make their vacation better. And so every once in a while, we will do a selfish plug for our magazine, Play Branson. So if you are in town watching this episode as we speak, and you're like, what should I do? Check out our magazine, Play Branson, and it lists all the shows. It talks about the attractions, it talks about the museums, it talks about the free things to do in town. And so there's a lot of great information here on all the fun stuff there is to do in Branson, and we want to help make your vacation better. And so this is one way that we do this. And so we're in I guess this is our fourth episode or volume of it now. And so you'll find this in racks around town, and it is a free magazine. And so be sure to pick that up. Now, it's October. If you haven't planned your fall trip to Branson, you better hurry because time is running out, and fall is a great time to come to Branson. There's lots of shows going. The attractions are open. You have the crafts festivals, the pumpkins out at Silver Dollar City. So it's a great time to come to Branson. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a second with our interviews. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. And today on Play Branson, we have two people who've never been on the show. They are with the King's Castle Theater, and we have Rowan, I gotta make sure I get this last name right, Mitchell, and Amy Morlang. Did I get that right?
You got that right.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So I noticed you've got an accent.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
bit.
And so, as always, we ask people about their history. So I'd love for you guys to kind of tell us about your history and how you got to Branson, Missouri.
Cool. Well, as you can tell, we're from England, and basically, I'm one of the dancers at the King's Castle Theatre, which, along with Amy, and I started dancing because I was misbehaving outside of my sister's ballet class. And my mum was like, do you know what? I'm going to put him in so I don't have to, so just to see what he does. And I just really enjoyed myself with playing football, doing dance and all this kind of stuff. I got to start performing when I was younger, and I got to perform with the Birmingham Royal Ballet in the UK, and I got to train with the Royal Ballet as well. And then at the age of 13, I got accepted into a ballet school in Chester called the Hammond School. So when at the age of 13, moved out of home.
Wow, you were young.
Yeah, very young. So it was a bit of a strange time, but it was fun because you're 13, living away from parents. You could have fun basically, and then got a lot of performing experience there. And then I continued after going to college there as well. And then I started working professionally. After that, I got to perform at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which is this massive comedy festival up in Scotland. If you've never heard of it, check it out. It's great. And then I got offered the King and I National and International Tour. So I did that. Working and dancing in London, doing a few TV things and music videos and whatnot. But then, I heard of this audition, and I'd just seen one of my friends in one of the other shows which the production company puts on. So I was like, I'm going to go because their shows are great. Turned up for the audition, and it was for Spirit of the Dance, which came back in 2015 to Branson. Got offered offered the job. And I remember when I was offered it, like I accepted it, and I was like, I don't know where I've just accepted.
You had no idea.
I'd never heard of Branson.
That's
no
cool.
offense to the people in Branson, but I researched it and I was like, this sounds pretty cool. And we were coming out for a year, and then it just.
So you've been here for several years now.
Yeah, 2015,
Okay.
I came over with the company. I did take a year off, and I got to perform with Spirit of the Dance in Israel and Spain and a few other little places as well. So that was really cool. So I've got to see other parts of the world.
Okay.
But then Branson is special. It's a special place for me and like everyone who's come.
Yeah.
So it just drew me back in.
Cool.
And now back with Dublin's Irish Tenors and the Celtic Ladies, and this year with Spirit of the Dance as well. So it's fun.
Amy, kind of give us your background.
All right, so mine's not going to take long at all. With mine, I started dancing when I was about 3. And then when I turned 18, I went to a dance college down in London for a couple of years. And then my first audition was for Spirit of the Dance. And then I came to America in 2007.
So you've been
And all
here-
I've worked for is the Spirit of the Dance company.
Okay, and so you've been here for a while.
I've
then,
been,
too.
about 14 years.
Okay.
My 15th season, but 14 years.
Wow. Well, welcome. It's good to
Thank
have you
you.
guys here on the show, and I love to hear the background and history, because people are not going to get that when they see you on stage, and
No.
they don't know the things that you've done and how
Oh, no.
long you've been honing your craft, so to say.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of hours,
a lot of hours,
days.
and it's not just us who do it as well. It's the parents. Obviously we get the acclaim on the stage, but it's really.
Yeah, if they
Like,
didn't take
if
us,
they
didn't
didn't
pay
take us
for it,
to the dance.
Yeah.
sacrifices they made.
And now Amy's doing that with her little one.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Well, and I think it's kind of funny because you kind of got into it because you were a bad kid.
Oh yeah. Well, not a bad.
I can't
kid.
imagine that.
Like you were getting in trouble.
Messing around.
But it
Yeah,
worked.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely worked.
But so like really, literally one decision affected the rest of your life.
Yeah, massively. And I couldn't think of anything what I'd rather do.
Yeah.
And to be able to perform and do what you love, it's not a job.
Yeah.
Even though it is, it's not, because
Yeah.
we're just.
So was it kind of a culture shock for you to come to Branson?
A little
and no.
bit. Yeah, a little bit. Because where we're from in the UK, it's very green, so that didn't. But obviously, the driving, because we drive on the correct side of the road,
Might edit that one.
it's not too dissimilar. So the summer heat is.
The weather's
big
definitely
change.
better.
Yeah.
So
So the weather's
tornadoes
definitely
heat.
better here.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, we get about 3 days of summer, but
Yeah, pretty much.
not too dissimilar to life in the UK.
Yeah. And so you're here with the Dublin's Irish Tenors and Celtic Ladies.
Yep, Celtic. A lot
And-
of people say Celtic, but it's Celtic.
Yes, and I made that mistake earlier. But are you doing some of the other shows at the theater as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Amy is involved in.
I do the Dancing Queen, the Tenor show, the Anthems of Rock, and occasionally Jersey Nights.
So you're hard working.
Yeah.
You're working
Yeah.
hard.
6 days a week.
And then I do Dancing Queen, Dublin's Irish Tenors and the Celtic Ladies, and Anthems of Rock.
Okay.
I don't do the New Jersey Nights.
Okay. So
You did last year.
I did last year,
There you go.
but
Yeah.
we've changed. Every year, the theatre likes to change, and just because we do get a lot of repeat customers, and which we love. We love seeing that similar, familiar faces, but we also want them to experience a different show. So
Yeah,
every
so
year
they
we
can come
try
back,
to
they come back again.
put a
different.
couple of new songs in, a couple of new dances,
Yeah.
new faces and things like that, just to freshen it up. So this year we've got the 3 female singers, but in the Dublin's Irish Tenors and the Celtic Ladies, it was just the Celtic Ladies and the tenors, but this year with the Spirit of the Dance, it adds that extra flair.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and we want to talk about these shows, and so this is actually a good spot for us to stop, and we'll be back in just a second. Folks, welcome back to the show. We're here on Play Branson, and we're talking to folks from the King's Castle, which has lots of different shows in it. And so we have Rowan Mitchell and Amy Morlang. Did I get that right?
You did. Good job.
I'm like, I can't even hardly read my writing. So you guys are in several shows, but we kind of want to focus first on this Dublin's Irish Tenors and the Celtic ladies.
Nailed it.
And so if someone's never seen that show, they have no clue what it is, kind of talk to us about this show.
Gosh.
It's like it originated as a 12 tenors, and then we added females into it, and then we were like, right, let's improve it even more, and so they invited us into it, and we are like a group which has travelled internationally, and it's performed in countries all over the world, and they invited us to be part of the show. So like but we're also intertwined with them. So there's certain numbers where they're singing like big opera songs, and like we've got one girl who like sings Nessun Dorma, and it's amazing. It's great to hear. And then we've got the boys singing all these Irish, like big Celtic songs, and then we come on, we do our numbers, and then it's just
Irish infusion.
An Irish infusion
of
of
everything.
like
But now I think a lot of people would say they might not know any Irish songs, but I think if they went, they would realize they recognize some of these songs.
You'll know more than you actually think. But also, even though it is a Celtic show, like, and a lot of people just think Celtic is Irish, it's not. There's Scottish, there's English as well, because like there's different parts of the United Kingdom which is classed as Celtic. So we do things like that. So I get to put on a kilt, and I get to dance around swords.
Oh yeah.
So which is always fun. Like, and seeing people's like expressions when I'm putting them down, and I start jumping over them. They're like, "Please don't kick them! Please don't kick them," which I never do.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Uh-oh.
But it's just great because we have all the songs from like the big Celtic Isles, as you'd say. So it's good.
So we have an international flair in Branson, Missouri.
Yep.
And so I think sometimes, and we always try to dispel the rumors on the show that, and tell people Branson is more than country music. And we always say we love country music, but sometimes people just think Branson is just country music. And I had an entertainer that before they came here, they thought that.
Yeah.
And so we like to tell people, man, there's so much variety in Branson.
Not that the country music's bad here, because the talent is, like, the talent everywhere in Branson is amazing.
Right.
But like, I think our theatre's unique because we've got a lot of internationals with us in all the shows. Like, there's people from, like, obviously England and Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and things like that. So like, we bring like a bit of United Kingdom over to America.
So you're going to get male singers, you're going to get female singers, you're going to get male and female dancers.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And it's all going to be geared around this Irish tenors and Celtic ladies thing.
Yep.
So so I think it's a unique original show in Branson.
And like you said, people probably don't think they know a lot of the Celtic music, but even if you don't, come and see it, and you'll know more than you think, and you'll just appreciate it for the show and the talent that is actually on the stage.
Yep. Okay. Good segue into some of your other shows. So you guys both talked about Dancing Queen.
Oh,
And
yes.
that is, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a new show this year. Is that correct? Or last year?
It's a new revamped show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we used to do it a couple of years ago, but it's all new songs in it, pretty much.
And it's a lot of 70s
Costumes.
music.
It's
Yep.
all the hits from the 70s. So
Yeah.
you'll.
So I
big
bet it's
party.
pretty rocking.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
like it's fun, and like we've got people dancing in the
Yep.
in the aisles, in the seats, which is
Yeah, we have
which
a
is great
DJ
to
that
see.
encourages everyone to stand up, dancing, anything goes.
And you
It's
might
great. Just
even
don't come up on
see one of the
stage.
biggest afros in Branson in the show, so which is always good.
Whoops. Well, that's the second time I've heard about people getting up in dancing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, and what I've said is it's got to be encouraged from stage, but
Yeah.
as Branson evolves, the music is changing.
Yes.
And so, like if you think about the 70s music, I was a young kid in the 70s. Well, so people that are in their 50s, 60s, there's kind of when they grew up
Yeah.
in that time frame. And those people have money and time to travel in some
Yeah.
cases. So I saw it said it was the ultimate 70s show.
It sure is.
And then Anthems of Rock, that was a new show last year.
yes.
Oh,
Yep.
And that was rocking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
favourite.
Yeah, that's
sure.
that's one where, like, however you're feeling before, or like you just come out with just this energy, and like it's great. Like again, like I was saying in Dancing Queen, they're up dancing in the aisle. These one, like in Anthems of Rock, they're singing back to you, like, and like it's just like they do it in the Celtic show as well, but like in the rock one, like they're up, like rocking it out and stuff like that. It's
Yeah. So can you guys hear on stage when people are
oh
singing?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and we can see, we can always see you.
Kind of
so
encourage
we
it as
can
well.
see
Yeah.
when you're up dancing and
Yeah.
enjoying yourself, and
Yeah.
like that's what we love to do. Like we're doing it because we love to do it, but we love seeing the reaction of.
I kind of call it head bobbing. So if
Oh,
people
yeah.
are kind
Yeah.
of doing
Yeah.
this, and I'll just watch and see who's like
I know.
moving or
Yeah,
head
you-
bobbing
yeah.
or whatever when I go to a show
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. Of course, you also do have New Jersey Nights, and that's the music of Frankie Valli,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then coming up, you also have Branson's Christmas Wonderland.
Oh yes.
And so this
Time.
is
Yeah.
this is one of the few shows that's 100% Christmas,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
there's nothing but Christmas in that show,
Yeah.
like, and it's fun. We've got dancing elves, we've got dancing Santa, we've got like,
Dancing animals.
yeah, dancing animals. So
Kids with
it's
that one.
yeah, like, and it's just Christmas,
Yep.
like just 2 hours of
Yeah.
just joy and Christmas. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Now, are you guys going to be in that show?
Oh yes,
Yep.
we will.
Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
We're just about almost starting rehearsals for that. So
It will be here before you know
I
it.
know.
In fact, when this
They will.
airs, it will be less than a month before Christmas. And some shows do half Christmas and half like their regular show.
Yes.
And then sometimes people are like, hey, I want a show that's
Yeah.
100% Christmas. So this is a good show for that,
Yeah.
and it's focused around
yeah,
Christmas.
it's just all Christmas songs.
So you guys have shows at 10 o'clock, 2, and 8 most
Yep.
days.
Yep.
And so I can't tell people here which show's
Oh, no.
going on at which
No,
time.
if you check out the website, which is www.kingscastletheatre.com, all the schedule is on that.
Okay. Okay.
I have to check that sometimes.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
Yeah. So we know you guys work hard. We appreciate you coming all the way over from the UK to add some international
having us.
flair
Yeah.
to Branson. We
Well,
love
thanks,
that.
Thanks for welcoming us.
Yeah, so good to have you guys here. Be sure to go see them over at King's Castle Theater. That is right on West 76 Country Music Boulevard, right next to the new aquarium, if you know where that's at. See the big octopus out there? Their theater is real close there. So we'll be back in just a minute to wrap the show up. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We're wrapping the show up today, and we just want to thank Rowan and Amy for coming out and talking to us about their shows over at King's Castle. They have lots of shows over there, folks, and so you can go there literally at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., or 8 p.m. and catch one of their 5 shows that they have, and everything from Anthems of Rock to Dancing Queen, New Jersey Knights, the Dublin's Irish Tenors, and the Celtic Ladies, and then Branson's Christmas Wonderland. And so be sure to check out one of those shows. You can get your tickets at ibranson.com, and those folks can help plan your entire Branson vacation. You can get hotels, shows, attractions, and even dining discounts through ibranson.com. You can call those people at 877-ENTERTAIN if you don't want to go online. Our next guests for next week are going to be folks from a new show in town called The Awesome 80s. And so I have Alexis Solheed, hopefully I got that right, and Santino Tomasetti. And so I look forward to talking to them. They've never been on the show before, and so we want to get to know them better. We also have a lot of upcoming events, special limited engagements. We like to let people know about those. And so today, Jimmy Fortune is in town on October 7th, as well as the Oak Ridge Boys, and then they have other dates later this fall. We have Larry's Country Diner right now through the 8th. Neil McCoy tomorrow, October 8th. We have Crowder on October 11th. He will be over at the Mansion Theater as part of a conference, but you can buy tickets to go see that. And then Guy Penrod's going to be over there on October 12th. We've got the Bellany Brothers coming up. Daly and Vincent, Gene Watson. Bobby Marquez is here October 22nd and 23rd. The Gatlin Brothers on the 23rd. Praise Fest, October 25th through the 27th. There's a whole bunch of Southern Gospel people that will be over at the Mansion Theater. And then coming up in November, Tony Orlando's coming back to town. It's always great to have Tony perform here, as well as Daniel O'Donnell. We've got some great veteran shows happening around that time as well. So couple last things is I like to promote options for dining. If you want to see some menus of restaurants, be sure to check this free publication around Branson called The Dish. It's in racks, and you can pick this up for free and see lots of Branson restaurant menus. And if we would love it if you would go to our Facebook page, like us and share us, and then also send us feedback on who you'd like to see on future episodes. So if you'll go to facebook.com/Play Branson, we would love to get your input, and we'll work hard to get the entertainers you want on a future episode. And let me tell you, sometimes it literally takes months and months to try and coordinate schedules to get them on the show. So be patient with us, but we will work on it. And so we love your feedback, love your input. Thanks for watching, and let somebody else know about Play Branson. Have a good day.